Welcome back to the channel. The main event here. No face cam because I'm obviously doing stuff that needs the screen. How you guys doing? Welcome back to the channel. Click like if you haven't already. You know we need those likes. Subscribe if you're new. I just want to get into a breakdown of the Players Cup 4 team, and also after I do the breakdown, I'm going to have a bonus battle, like the last battle I think I have recorded for the IC. So stay tuned for that. I think I'll timestamp it if you want to just get to that. That's fine by me. Otherwise, I'm just going to get right into the team breakdown. So what I want to start with is, excuse me, this was the original iteration of the team. This is some stuff I threw together to start it off with. I knew for sure it's going to be a Rangaroo, Calyrex, and Incineroar. I just need to figure out the other three mods. So initially I went with Rillaboom because it gave me like additional. I gotta click this screen. It gave me additional fake out support. And additional pivoting with U-turn. Knockout was really good. I mean, Grassy Glad always had priority. Whether you're a Trick Room or having a Coldberry, because there was a lot of max airstreams to look out for in this IC, in my opinion. It also gave me a good answer for like for what's it called, Kyogre and Tornadus. A really good answer for that. So I kind of wanted that in there, and then I went with Moltres and Whimsicott as a pair, which I might go back to for Series 9. They just worked really well together. They had the speeds worked out so that Moltres could outspeed certain stuff under Tailwind or with an Airstream, live some hits with the HP investment, get the max special attack, and I think I had weakness policy on it. Then I like to run a max HP Whimsicott because I'm really looking for it to do damage. Focus Sash. So that's pretty simple stuff. I played some games with this team, and the Calyrex, Oranguru, and Sin felt fine. Moltres, Rillaboom, and Whimsicott felt a bit out of place with what the team was going for. It felt like it was kind of, it felt like the opposite of this, which is what it was supposed to be at the time, like the total opposite. But something just felt like wrong because like what would happen is I would often have Oranguru, Calyrex, and Sin. Then I would have Moltres or Rillaboom, but then like Whimsicott would not be able to come with Moltres. So in order for it to like work, I'd have to have like these two and then Moltres, Whimsicott, then I had to leave Incineroar behind, or it just didn't sync up very well in practice. So I ended up first dropping I think Moltres and Whimsicott. Yeah, I dropped those two first, and I ended up getting in Thunderous and Urshifu just because they work well together. It gave me a similar thing where like it's a faster mode than this stuff here, but I could also still work with it under Trick Room in a sense where like I could bring this late to clean up. I could lead and then go Trick Room after. This could give me Sucker Punch stuff for after Trick Room. It gave me a good answer to Calyrex Ghost, which I didn't see a lot of. Um, so the team ended up being Oranguru, Calyrex, Incineroar, Thunderous, Urshifu. And then it was Rillaboom instead of Rotom Wash. And then what ended up happening was I felt like I learned that I was really weak to Sun. And I would say weak to Sun. I think I was just inexperienced versus Sun, and I didn't have a great matchup versus Sun. I played Aaron Cybertron Zing on the ladder. You guys saw his video with that. And Sun gave me some trouble. I didn't even bring the Calyrex Ice because I wasn't really sure how to play the matchup at the time. Which inspired me to bring this Rotom, because what I ended up doing was I got this Rotom here. It's Scarf, Will-O-Wisp, Trick, Hydro Pump, Thunderbolt. 28 speed, Timid. So basically what this ended up doing for me was at this speed, I basically would outspeed everything that was Thunderous or just the Genies period or in slower by like 1 point or something like that, I think. So that way I wouldn't have to bring Intimidate to like Thunderous, for example. I could Will-O-Wisp it. I could trick the Scarf onto like other Trick Room mines like Porygon. I would Scarf trick it sometimes. What else would I do? Hydro Pump Thunderbolt because I wanted the damage. 220 special attack still let me hit stuff really hard. For example, I could still Thunderbolt one shot KO a Charizard. That wasn't Dynamaxed, of course. I would always OHKO it. Unless they had like investment, but none of them have investment. So it was like really, really the glue that brought the team together. I could Hydro Pump Groudons, I could change the weather, I could be fast to start, lead with a Rangaroo, get Trick Room up, and then max it, and then change weather versus sun, or just get damage off versus stuff. And then Trick Room was up, and then Rotom rolled out, I get the Calyrex in and start doing all that stuff. So like that's kind of how the team operated in a sense. So like I'll go through the mons one by one now. Trick Room, Instruct, Protect, Expanding Force. Trick Room was obvious. The instruct strategy came to me just like on a whim, kind of, and I was like, let's try this, and it just worked out really well for me. Instruct Glacial Lance is torturous to say the least. Protect, because sometimes I needed to protect in order to block taunts and stuff. Initially on this team, I did have a Rangaroo with a Mental Herb, but I figured with what I was gonna run into most of the times, taunt wasn't a big deal. If I get taunted, so what? Because if they're taunting me, chances are like either I'm leading it with Incineroar and getting Fake Out off, and I'll hit the taunter that way, and I just need to survive a hit. So focus shots would make sure I survive like a Wicked Blow, for example, from like an Urshifu and get Trick Room off. Max Special Bulk would let me live like everything. Kyogre Water Spout wasn't even knocking this thing out with almost max health and max special defense. It's so bulky, like it survives everything. If I would lead Rotom and a Rangaroo, I would not only get a Thunderbolt off into the Kyogre, I'd get Trick Room off too, because it wouldn't be able to KO either one. Which was amazing for that matchup. So it was okay to drop Rillaboom because I could do that, and then I could switch in after they die the next turn or something, get Calyrex Ice in on a weakened Kyogre, and then it'd be game over. I get +2 right away. Yeah, so then I had initially on this Foul Play. Foul Play was because Foul Play is just good in this format. But it wasn't doing enough in practice. I went to Expanding Force because I figured with the changes on the team, if I got matched up with a Indeedee and Calyrex Ice matchup, what would happen is I couldn't Sucker Punch, and they would likely just redirect my damage. And even though Urshifu resists, it still takes a pretty decent amount of damage from Astral Barrage. So with a Rangaroo, what would happen was I'd be immune to Astral Barrage because of a normal type, and then Expanding Force would get a lot of damage off into both bonds, which was great for us. And then, or I'd get Trick Room off and then do damage. It'd be game over. What else would I? Also, Expanding Force was good for like Venusaur. It does chunks Venusaur really well, even with no investment, just because it's just Venusaur can't take Psychic moves very well. So that's kind of why I went with this set. Inner Focus, so I couldn't be faked out. I didn't go with like Symbiosis because Symbiosis I would then have to. It tunneled the strategy a bit, in my opinion. Because what would happen is like I would probably have to run like Brutal Swing, hit myself past the item, and then like it just pigeonholed me a little bit, and it also opened me up to Fake Out a little bit more, which I didn't want to have to deal with. Because Incineroar would give us trouble in that sense, where like if it could fake us out and intimidate the Calyrex, it'd be not great for us. So I didn't want to have. So I kind of just went with something that was more versatile in a sense with Inner Focus, versus more tunnel vision with like Brutal Swing, Symbiosis. Someone a Red Hat asked, so I hope that answers your question. Glacial Lance, High Horsepower, Protect, Trick Room, very standard stuff. Nothing too special here. Brave to lower my speed because my V's were not 0 on this Calyrex because I don't have one at the time. I'm gonna have to get one. Max HP gives you 207, odd number. Max attack, Brave plus extra attack, special defense boost since you already have a whopping defense stat. This thing is amazing. In the words of Moxie Boosted, nothing truly resists a Glacial Lance. Even like Incineroar takes like a third of its health to -1 Glacial Lance at spread damage, and it resisted. Like that's just a mod nuts move. And like I said, I was hitting them with double Glacial Lance, so I was doing so much damage, getting lots of boost all the time on stuff. And it was really good. You guys saw the games. My Incineroar spread, very standard spread. Flare Blitz, Snarl, Party Shot, Fake Out. Snarl gave me an answer to a lot of the special attackers. Party Shot gave me a way to neutralize stuff like I'd swap in the Intimidate, Party Shot out, get -2 attack on like Groudons and stuff. Fake Out for disruption. Citrus Berry is like the most consistent recovery you get on Incineroar, in my opinion. So I went with that. 248 health. It gives you an odd number at level 50. Let me actually change that. I had it at 100 because my Incineroar in game is 100, and I need to check the stats that way. So let's go back here. Yeah, so you get an odd number, which is good. So like 50. So like moves that do half health, you get 1 over half, so it becomes like a 3-hit KO versus like a 2-hit KO. 68 defense was very specific. This basically allowed me to live a close combat from either Zacian or Urshifu after 1 Intimidate. So it was really clutch. Then I get my Citrus Berry and I could like hit them back. Then everything else went back into special defense. Nothing in speed for a couple of reasons, because like I'd only have 4 left. I could only put like 4 in speed if I wanted to do these other spreads. And chances are I was trying to play on the Trick Room anyway, so not having speed was fine. Only other thing that speed ties with Incineroar that was prevalent was like what's it called? Grimmsnarl, but Grimmsnarl typically didn't have fake out in the IC, so like that wasn't a big deal. Then we had Thundurus. Thundurus was just jolly, max speed, max attack, up until right before I actually had like an Assault Vest on this thing. And then I thought because the Assault Vest was mainly for the Assault Vest was mainly for Calyrex, I got rid of it and put the Lumberry on because outside of Rotom, everything else wouldn't ever have to deal with sleep because I would just max lightning with Thundurus or Rotom. So I didn't want to deal with sleep on the mine that wasn't touching. Also didn't want to get burned because that was something I was worried about as well. So I had the Lumberry on there. This was also just to give me like a really fast option. And something to deal with like the Intimidators. If I saw too much Intimidate on one team that would neutralize Calyrex, I would just leave Thundurus. And then I would try to pair it with something like I would ideally like to pair it with Urshifu. Now I can't remember what moves I ran. If I ran the Foul Play or not when I changed, I have to double check that. But I did run Superpower, Wild Charge, and Fly. Standard Style may have run Protect. I got to double check my spread. So I have the Urshifu here. Standard Urshifu, no Sash though. I went with the Life Orb for a couple of reasons. The extra damage is just so good. Basically, with the extra damage, you are like just blowing things up. The team had an overall like steel weakness. Even though I had the high horsepower here, had a steel type weakness. I couldn't hit them for like stab super effective damage. Pretty often, like Incineroar could hit them, but like no attack investment. So there's only so much you can do. But this would blow things up like sky high. Actually, in the bonus battle, you'll see what I'm talking about. This thing was just blowing things up. And I didn't want to use Choice Band because I didn't want to have 2 choice locked mons. This already had the Scarf. And I didn't want to have to be stuck in this. And I also wanted to be able to detect because it gave me more versatility. And then Life Orb was fine even with the HP loss because like without the Focus Sash, whether you're down some HP or not, if you're getting hit with certain super effective moves on your Urshifu, you're gonna die anyway. So that wasn't a big deal to me. The power is more important. Like I said, just for like nuking things like out of the water. And then I could still give you the versatility to change out of one type of move. I wasn't stuck in Sucker Punch, stuck in Wicked Blow, stuck in close combat, and I could still protect. And then like I said, we had the Scarf Rotom here. 28 speed, let me outspeed everything that was Thundurus. Because look, actually, I'll show you. Let me change this right here to 50. So when I go here, 252, you get the 179. The Scarf doesn't show, but like, let me see if I can actually pull it up for you guys. Let me see. What is it called? Oh yeah, the damage count. There we go. Let's go to Rotom Wash. So this one has a choice scarf. I'm gonna drop it down to 50. So I had 28 in there, and then I had it at Timid. So like at Timid, 28, you get to a 181 speed stat. And yeah, and then these were at 179. Yeah, so you speed creep the genies and everything slower, so you could like burn these if they didn't have the Lumberry. You could just Thunderbolt them, attack them. Like you could outspeed. You would outspeed like Landorus if people had the one sitting on a cloud like this, whatever it's called. You would outspeed Tornadus if it was like an offensive Tornadus versus like a Tailwind set, even though it was always gonna Tailwind most likely. But that is what it is. Yeah, it's like and everything's slower. So like Charizard, you'd outspeed. Groudon, you'd outspeed. Just so many things you would outspeed. It was really good. So ultimately, that was the team. I'm gonna put the rental, and I'll even put the paste in the description. So you guys can try the team if you want to try it out. Thank you guys for listening to this. Don't click off the video yet. Comment below what you think of the team itself. Also, stay tuned for the bonus footage. I got one battle left of the IC I wanted to post, so you guys can watch and enjoy that. And thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to click like. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. I hope I don't regret not bringing Incineroar. Okay, so they're bringing out these guys first. I'm totally okay with this, I think, right? If they Spirit Break, that would suck, but like, we can deal with a Spirit Break. We'll do this. And then we'll just Wicked Blow into that spot. If they Reflect. If they Spirit Break, is gonna come last. They can protect, but like, I'll take a protect, you know? Because I just punch him right through it. I'm already faster than everything on their team. So like, this +1 on both mines will be actually very, very crucial. Okay, all they do is reflect. All they do is reflect. Are they Scarfente? Okay, good. Okay, they probably survived then. Through the, no, we crit through the reflect. We should do big damage to this guy. Okay, we take that. We'll take that. Yveltal? Metagross. I can deal with Metagross pretty well. Do they want a Sucker Punch? Not Sucker Punch. Yeah, do they want to Sucker Punch themselves? Or do they want to like max guard? I can go into this thing. I think a Detect is safe in case they want to max guard, and they might want to max guard and Spirit Break into us. That's good damage. We'll take that every day of the week. We'll take that every day of the week. So now what can I do here safely? I can do this safely. If I lose Urshifu, does that mean anything to me? No, I'll get damage off into this thing. I'll do this. Or they're gonna max guard now. If they max guard now, they got me. I'll give them that. If they max guard now, they might have got me. Oh, they don't max guard. But we got them. But we got them. But we got them. Go ahead and Spirit Break. 17-14 player from overseas. Let's go, man. Go ahead, Spirit Break. Go ahead. Go ahead. We not concerned. We take that. We all right. What's your last mine? Let's go for it, baby. How many turns to reflect? How many turns to reflect? No, they reflect. 2 turns. I go for this. And I go for Trick Room. Even if they get a weakness policy, which is probably on Metagross anyway. Yeah, so we'll KO through the reflect next turn anyway. Oh, that's not enough. That's not enough. Oh, that's a big damage. Oh, that's big damage. That's big damage. I respect it. Life Orb, that's why. Life Orb, Dark Aura. Double up. I respect it. I'm gonna double up because there's nothing this Grimmsnarl can do with us. We'll take the double up. We'll take the protect. The most that they can hope to do right now is Spirit Break into the Rotom and get a special attack drop, but like whatever. Yeah, that's not enough. That's not enough. I'm just gonna hit them with the same double up just in case. But we should kill with one wild charge. This is not gonna matter. This is not gonna matter. They want to foul play me. You know what? It might matter actually. Nope, it didn't matter. It did not matter. And now we get the Defiant boosted wild charge into your chest, son. At -2, we should still be faster than Grimmsnarl. So we'll just wild charge some more. We'll Thunderbolt some more. Look at Rotom coming through, man. Look at the colors shining through the shirt because they can't pick up that it's orange and not green. No, this is the rank ladder. Excuse the ranked record. You know, when you memeing and dreaming, sometimes your record tanks. Oh, 47. 1647. All right, I'm gonna stop recording here and because I gotta think about it and see should I keep going or not. Damn, that's tough.